Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Northblood, and of course, welcome back to New Japan Pro Wrestling. I hope you liked the first video of this series. I'm not a huge fan of the kind of state of the universe videos because there's not too much action that's going on. It's really just me talking about the save, about the company, about what my plans are. So I never expect them to do well because they can be fairly boring. It is literally just me chatting for half an hour. But we'll be getting into the action today. We'll be getting into the first show of the New Japan Cup. You'll see the bracket on screen at the moment for this New Japan Cup. See who's going up against who. I've already got it pre-booked. But yeah, I probably should have done this in the last video, but it just slipped my mind because I'm still thinking about TEW 2020. I completely forgot about the kind of new aspects to the game. We have updated our booking team. We've got, we're obviously head booker Harold Miyagi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. We've got Gato, who has 88 booking skill. Absolutely insane. I was expecting nothing less. And other than that, we didn't really have too many options for this team. So we went with Taka Michinoku, who's got 54. It's better than nothing. And Daryl Takahashi, who's on 50. This guy is going to be part of our booking team. I've just noticed we're paying him $3,700 a month. So, yeah, very strange. But I'm very happy. Daryl Takahashi and Hiromu Takahashi's absolutely great. We've also been working on our inner circle. Locker room leaders are mainly the major stars that we've got going at the moment. Chief enforcers, the bad bastards you don't want to cross. Morale officer Hiromu Takahashi, he has the class clown personality type, so he was well suited for the role. I also think he's done a lot of good work for New Japan up to this point, so this is kind of like a reward for his loyalty and his good performances. Marty Asami as senior referee, he's our best referee, so it made sense. Shibata, head of talent relations. Jushin Thunder Liger is our senior road agent. He's actually not the best road agent. Kobayashi is, but he's got a gloomy personality, perhaps not best suited for this role. So despite being the best road agent, he is not a senior road agent. He isn't upset about that. He still has normal morale. And last but not least, head men's trainer, Yuji Nagata. We don't have a head women's trainer because there are ultimately no women on the roster. But speaking of morale, you might have noticed when we loaded into the game, Hiroshi Tanahashi, big morale issues. He's angry. I'll go into it. Angry at enemy added in a circle. The enemy in question is Katsuyori Shibata. When this happened, I was rather confused because I figured I'd never heard of a rivalry. I googled it ever so briefly, and Google Reddit was saying nothing. So it's not like they, as far as I'm aware, they don't actually dislike each other. They're labeled enemies. I believe it's because they were both considered Three Musketeers, and it's like a professional rivalry. But then he shouldn't be angry. So strange. We definitely don't want him. He's got big morale issues. He's very angry. Definitely something we didn't want. So things are already not really going our way. We've tried giving him some money. It didn't work. He's on a big contract, so the money we gave him probably wouldn't have turned his head anyway. But yeah, something we need to keep an eye on. And something we need to note down, Hiroshi Tanahashi and Katsuyori Shibata, with that rivalry. I'm going to go backstage. Hiroshi Tanahashi openly hostile towards Shibata. Why though? I feel like I might be missing something, like something's slipping my mind, but yeah. Locker room morale is average though, so we are going to kind of, well, we'll do that. Hopefully that's backstage rules are having a positive effect on morale. Perfect. That's all we needed, just to kind of bring people's morale a bit up. Hiroshi Tanahashi hopefully isn't going to give us too many issues. But I just wanted to take this time before getting into the kind of meat and potatoes of the video, and night one of the New Japan Cup, just to kind of go over a few things, just to keep you guys in the loop. But I'll stop talking, I'll stop waffling, and we'll get into booking the first show. And we are in the all too familiar booking screen. I'm not sure, you could probably hear the hesitancy in my voice. I'm not sure how this show is going to go down. First of all, we don't really, we're obviously, the focus of the show is obviously going to be the progression of the New Japan Cup. Hence why we've got the 4 matches from night one all on this card. But we don't exactly have too much star power going on. I feel like some of the matches can do really well. I feel like some of them might be a bit of a letdown. I've also used a lot of pre-show time to kind of debut new guys, just to try and see whereabouts they're going to end up, what kind of ratings we're looking at. Some people will definitely be kind of a project who we kind of want to build up. Others, hopefully, are ready to be put in a mainstream storyline straight away. But we'll see. Hopefully, the show will go well. Hopefully, we won't have too many issues. Why don't we find out? The first match on the pre-show is all right for debuting guys. We'll definitely take. The mighty Don't Kneel defeated the Von Erich family when Mikey Nichols pinned Marshall Von Erich. We obviously brought in Shane Haste after his WWE run, and he's done all right. We paired him up with Mikey Nichols, forming the mighty Don't Kneel from Noah, and we brought the Von Erichs in from MLW. All 4 guys have done well. Obviously, Mikey Nichols and Shane Haste have performed better. I wasn't expecting 40s from those guys. So that's a surprise, but a welcome one. Ross and Marshall will need some work, but for their debut in New Japan, we'll definitely take it. 45 rating. Let's go. Next up, Theoman, also known as Lucky Kid, versus Mark Haskins. Theoman losing to Mark Haskins. Again, just trying to get both guys some exposure in New Japan. I'm happy with both Theoman. Only on a 31. That's not exactly where we wanted him to be, but I believe this is his first run out in front of a Japanese audience. So a 30 rating, not bad at all. Mark Haskins, definitely one we can use straight away with a 44. Good. This is really strange because I figured this one would be the better rated match. Obviously, we've had Atsushi Kotoge pinning Alex Coughlin. Kotoge was miles ahead of everyone in terms of in-ring performance, and the segment wasn't as good, or the match wasn't as good, but both Clark Connors and Seiki Yoshioka were off their game. So, not what we need at all, because we're trying to figure out how good people are, and they're off their game, which isn't given a good reading. I feel like it'll give a ballpark of what we're working with, but I was expecting more, especially from Seiki Yoshioka, because he doesn't have the issues that Theoman, Mark Haskins, the Von Erichs have in the fact that they're new to Japanese audiences. Yoshioka has performed for, I believe, Noah, All Japan at this point, so he shouldn't be struggling this much. Strange, but Kotoge has done really well. We're very happy with that. The others are definitely going to be the projects that we worked, that we was talking about, that we will need to work on. But that is the pre-show over. We've got three matches on the pre-show. I could have done a few more and got more people on the card, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to do too much, because then we could have the pre-show lasting as long as the actual show. Not what we want. We kept it at 3 matches. We kept it at around 30 minutes, and I'm okay. I was expecting people in the 20s, so to have everyone at least in the 30s, we're happy with. It could have been a lot worse, but without further ado, it's time for the main card. And what a way to start the main card, with Zack Sabre Jr. defeating Satoshi Kojima in around 15 minutes by submission. This we needed to have a technical masterclass type of match, and obviously we're going to have Sabre Jr. involved, and he done his job really fucking well. I wasn't expecting anything less. Kojima, I wasn't sure how well he'd do with a technical match. He held his own. It was a really good match, a really good way to open up the show. Match got the show off to a strong start. It is going to go downhill from here, which is a shame. But if Sabre Jr. is putting in performances like that, we could easily build him up to be a very important star. So, well into both guys. Moving on, we had Chaos facing up against the Bullet Club in another fairly valid match. This is also the return match for Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson. We managed to get their contracts across the line. They signed for us a couple of days ago, and I figured, why not just get them straight on the first show? Okada was head and shoulders above everyone else. We kind of expected that. He is the figurehead of the show, of the promotion. And it reflected in the performances. Goto did really well. Carl Anderson did really well. Yoshihashi struggled. We were kind of expecting this. Bad Luck Fale outperforming Yoshihashi. we'll take it. Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson doing really well in their return. Okada used subtle mannerisms to hint at a future face turn. For whatever reason, in this database, Kazuchika Okada is a heel. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. But we're obviously turning him face, but we can't do it like straight away. We've got to take our time with it. and it got off to a good got off on the right foot. Okada mannerisms helping that future face turn. We're going to kind of build it up a little bit instead of doing it straight away. But a good match, good ratings from all the guys involved. Roundabout where I was expecting them all to be. This match did what it needed to do, and prepare for it all to go south. Oh, not as bad as I was expecting it to be. Obviously, this match was very much carried by Togi Makabe, Yota Tsuji on a 28. He is considered a young lion, so it's not very surprising. But I wasn't expecting the 47 rating. I was expecting it to be a lot worse. Togi Makabe, you hero. You kind of saved the card, because this was the match I was worried about. Togi Makabe defeating Yota Tsuji in a very short match by lariat. Obviously a part of the New Japan Cup. Not too much to say about this. Makabe, the veteran, beating the young lion. Fairly simple. Next up, Toriyano defeated Jado in another short-ish match with a roll-up. Jado, I was expecting his rating to be a bit higher, 40 rated. But that being said, he is a kind of aging star. He isn't in his prime. Still able to put on a fairly solid match. Again, another New Japan Cup match, not one with too much to say. Both guys played their part well and gave us a solid match. I was going to have this be kind of a comedy match, but looking into the way the database is set up, if we had it a comedy match, or if we have any comedy matches, it will get like majorly penalized. Not what we want. We want the segments to still do well. So it's going to have some comedic undertones, this match, but it's not considered a comedy match. It was just considered regular. After that, Ishii defeats El Desperado in 15 minutes with the Brainbuster. The matches just keep getting better and better. Obviously, part of the New Japan Cup. Ishii in the mid-60s, Desperado in the mid-40s. This is kind of before Despi's mega push, which is still going on. I still love. He's such a cool guy, and I'm so glad to see Despi doing well. Someone we're definitely wanting to build up for the junior heavyweight division in this save, but he's not not yet there. Ishii defeating him in the first round of the tournament to continue. After this, okay. There are no specific comments made about this statement. We literally just have Ishii giving a kind of, do you know what, how New Japan, a lot of other Japanese promotions do. The camera backstage, no interviewer, no nothing. Ishii comes through the curtain and cuts a fairly standard promo saying he's ready to run through the New Japan Cup. He's ready to prove that he can be a main eventer. In a fairly decent rating. He's not the best in terms of microphone or charisma, so kind of concerned about putting him on in a promo, but he done really fucking well. If we had a 50 rating in the Ring of Honor save, I'd be going crazy. So well in Ishii. And to move on to our main event in, I believe, our best match of the night, Hiromu Takahashi carrying the match, very much so, against Tomoaki Honma. Hiromu Takahashi defeats Honma with the Fisherman Suplex. It was a steal of the show match. It was the main event, part of the New Japan Cup as well. Hiromu Takahashi, hinting at a future heel turn. Honma off his game, but still managed to put on a really good match. I kind of think with the way things went, we could have put the Chaos versus Bullet Club match as the main event, but I do want to end every show of the New Japan Cup tour with the New Japan Cup matches. So that is why we had to have Takahashi Honma be our main event. And I'm not mad at it. 69, everyone loves to get a 69. Both guys doing well. Honma struggling a bit. Hiromu Takahashi fucking kicking ass. Let's go. Like I said at the start, I was very concerned about how this would go down. Being our first show, I'm happy. I'm very happy. And to top off the night, Hiromu Takahashi kills a promo. Like I said, goes backstage, cuts a promo in his usual style, in which he just runs down the New Japan Cup, saying he will win. He will prove that the junior heavyweights can cut it against heavyweight stars and prove he is the best star in the company, not just junior heavyweight, the best star overall. And he done well. Enjoyed the freedom going off script. We'll need to note that down for the future. And shadowed a heel turn. Bosh. And to end the show, the overall rating was a 67. Hiromu's promo kicked ass. The best part of the show. Hiromu Takahashi versus Honma was our best match. I completely forgot to mention the Zack Sabre Jr. Kojima match. That could have easily main evented, but I feel like it benefited from being a technical masterclass. Either way, I'm very, very happy with our first show. The show didn't result in any popularity changes. That's a shame. I feel like we've done really well. So very strange, but we would have gained popularity in Canada, but restricted by limited number of viewers there. Same with Oceanic regions. We definitely need to check that out, see if we can get another broadcast connection just to kind of keep that that popularity increasing. I also need to check the broadcasting for Japan, because I really thought we'd have more popularity after a show like that. But overall, those are it's just me nitpicking. I'm very happy with that first show. Gonna have to go back and note down everyone's performance just so I know whereabouts they're performing, because my memory's fried. I wouldn't remember at all. But very, very, very happy. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it for this video. I feel like it'll be a bit shorter than the other ones. I'm figuring the New Japan videos will be shorter than the Ring of Honor videos, because I like a lot of New Japan storytelling is done in the ring instead of through vignettes and promos, in comparison to the Ring of Honor show. So they might be a bit shorter, but we also have a lot more to go through. So if you think we should be doing 2 shows in one video, just let me know. But that'll be the end of this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are looking forward to the future videos. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.